the way I thought about it was I wanted to at least leave something behind for my kids. And even though they're in their 30s and 40s, I still wanted them to have something. So kind of during the pandemic, a little bit before the pandemic, me and my husband is a chef, and then I went to school for pastry because we decided we were going to do our own personal catering where we went to your house. So I finished that, and I what all started everything in real short was I didn't have any hobbies. So then I said, let me go ahead and do cricket. Cricket was one of those like too much stuff to do. So then I said we wanted to do t-shirts. I went into sublimation. So then now I hope some of y'all have heard there is a thing now called DTF, which kind of does your whole printing system for you. So our our we kind of in a nutshell, and I don't want it to sound unprofessional, we kind of have what is considered a sweatshop down in our basement. We run our business out of the basement, but we can do tumblers, we can do t-shirts, we have 3D printers, we have Tasha helped me, what else we
Yeah, residents. You have residents. She has an embroidery. She has go
and we
for
have laser cutters
yeah,
and
laser cutters. Now she
oh
has
well,
design.
well, so as
Yeah,
you
you
can
have
tell,
design too.
I've invested a lot. We as a family we're investing a lot of money into the business. So as everything was shifting, like Cedric was saying, AI came to the forefront. And I said, okay, in order for me to keep moving in the business, and right now, um, I was working a 9 to 5. I worked in the contracting field. The contractor field decided all of a sudden that they wanted to be nice and terminate us. So as of the 28th of February, will be able to start pouring into my business. So with the AI, um, for me personally, I started taking class. So I found a couple of people that did AI. School is a good platform that I don't know if a lot of you are aware of. School is SKOOL. And so they have different groups out there that you can join that actually uh they really dig into teaching you all the different AIs, like how Cedric had mentioned ChatGPT. For those of y'all that are in ChatGPT, I don't know if you knew that how we do it with us is we train our ChatGPT. We start talking to it like, um, I want to create a cinematic short commercial. So you asked it to be your director's assistant, put on your director's assistant hat. And this is what I need you to do. And so you start feeding into it as much as you feel comfortable. Like I started putting some of my life story in there, and then it starts. So then it kind of guides you. You can set up, like I asked it, I wanted to have separate folders where I could.
Did the mic go out?
Yeah.
Something
I'm about
maybe
to tell them,
we
mama. Mama, listen,
um,
your mic went out in certain parts, so it kind of got missed. So you
okay.
might have to repeat
With-
what you just said.
You stopped at the we last heard you talking about the folders.
okay, so with the folders, like I said, ChatGPT basically said, here you go, this is how you can stay organized. Because what I would do is I would just continue to start new chats. So it was trying to put me in a position where I could continue a long chat as long as I wanted, but I had certain areas that I could go back to. Another good thing is, I don't know if y'all are aware, in ChatGPT, you can create your own GPT. So what I actually did for Christmas, I created a GPT for my daughter. Basically, that it had in the back end of it, you train it to do certain things. Like if she's in school right now for her master's. So one of the things it trains, if I put in what my assignment is, I need help on it, then it handles that. If you're having a moment where some of us are, I'm sure there are a few ex-military here. We've dealt with anxiety, PTSD. You can go in there and say, hey, I need a calming exercise. So I trained it for her. And what happened for me is I ended up, I do have, so I told y'all I'm really all over the place. So I ended up doing ebooks as well. So I am a published author that I have one book out on Amazon that was a woman's journal. And then I started having my husband has two ebooks out for men that we have on our website that kind of just, we know men don't necessarily want everybody to know that they need a little bit of help. So we developed that for them as well. Um, so with that, it ChatGPT prompted me to do a journal because I did a journal for my daughter to say, this is how you use your GPT. So it prompted me to put that out there for sale as well. So that's a good tool. So the biggest thing is you kind of start talking to it as if it's like your best friend. Don't get too attached to it that you lose reality, but in other words, you start training it, and then you'll see it respond a whole lot better. Sort of like how with Alexa, you fed enough information into Alexa where she started responding to you and giving you what you wanted. So that was another avenue. I had because the field that I'm in, like we created this logo that's for my daughter and myself. We created the logo that's behind us right now. So there are apps out there that create logos. We stumbled on Galaxy AI is another area. They have over 3,000 different I want to say, I guess, apps or whatever that you can go in there from video generators to you name it, you pretty much can do it. Right now, we even have an artist that I created. I stumbled on a singing artist, and with the help of Suno, he took on my husband's persona, but I actually have a recording artist that's out on all the platforms right now. So there's like so many different things. My daughter and myself are right now working. We I buy a lot of programs too with the AI. So um we got one platform that we're using just for structured. If you just want a normal website, we're working where we can build is AI assisted to build the websites for you. Then you attach either your API on it later on if you want to, and those are all like different keys, things more or less that once you use it, it's taking the money from your side, not necessarily the builder that is us. And if you have any questions later on, we'll explain all that stuff to you. But also, like, I just currently is waiting on, we went and bought a GoDaddy domain. So I just have to hook the two together. So our whole concept with our consulting is starting to give AI a different voice to show people that, yeah, AI is taking some people's jobs. However, AI is not all bad. AI is here to assist you. AI can, I mean, technically, if we look at it, we were using Google for a long time. Google was a source of AI, if we really think about it, because it went out on the World Wide Web and it looked at everything and it told us like Google Lens, all of that stuff is a form of AI. They're just simplifying it. Even the military now has even streamed out to where they offer a Gemini AI to the military because that's what's kind of everything is evolving to. So did I let's see, Tasha, did I miss anything or
No, I was just gonna wait and I was just gonna go over whatever you missed.
okay. Um I'm trying to think.
I did have your video to show them too as
Oh
well if
yeah.
you wanted me to.
Okay. So you can go ahead and show them some of what we have done.
Okay. All right, let me show the first one. Give me a second. So let me see. Share with sound. Mm. This is the one that I had here to show. And for many of you, if you logged in on a Zoom, they've probably seen like the police cars or whatever. So, if you think about that, that was something I bought a couple years ago before AI was really big and somebody probably knew in advance. But then you do have this one, and I'm just going to hit play. It's like 28 seconds. So let's check it out. And then that's her logo. So one of the things that I would love for you all to have, and even myself, to have some type of, what if that could be the opener to your or closing part of your video, right? And then I'll let you talk about this one. You had sent me this one, but I'll let you explain that one if you want.
So basically, like I said, I was on a platform in school, and the coach that I have, she had some did commercials, did a lot of cinematic stuff. So she always challenges us. And I actually became a community producer out on her site because we stay engaged, and I am a little bit competitive. So I go out there and try to get as many, it's based on points and stuff. So the last challenge we had was take your life and develop a poster that kind of stood for everything that once somebody looked at it, they could automatically tell what was going on. So there's with us, we use multiple platforms like to create this one. I went in ChatGPT, I asked for um the prompts. And one thing I learned for me that works really well with ChatGPT, if I'm going into a certain, like, let's say I'm going into Galaxy AI and I'm really not familiar with that site, I'll say, give me a step by step on how to utilize this particular app. It will give you step by step, even from like click this button to click this button. So basically, because I had fed it enough knowledge about myself, I said, give me a small,
It cut out, didn't it, for her?
short video. So if Cedric
Oh,
hit,
Mama, it cut off.
oh, so what
Okay.
part?
It cut off on the prompt part. I figured that's what it's gonna do. When you were explaining the prompt, how do you put it in chat? See?
So in the prompts, like I even tell it to, for instance, if I'm going into like Galaxy AI or whatever, I tell it, let's say I don't know how to use Galaxy AI and I'm in a certain app and I say, okay, here I want you to tell me, like, do I push this button? Do I push this button? I always ask it for my personal, give me a step by step on how to use it. And literally Chat GPT will give you step by step. Even if you get stuck, you can do screenshots. So I do a lot of snippets and say, hey, because like for instance, I trademarked my artist. I definitely need to go back and trademark obviously my own business. However, it will take you put a screenshot in there and it will tell you, okay, this is your next step. So now that ChatGPT has actually evolved and it now does images, a lot of the images you can do inside ChatGPT as well. So the biggest thing is prompting. We don't, I've seen people use full blown prompts. We give it small little verbiage and then ask it to create a prompt, and it will give you the prompt necessary to go into these other um these other programs and actually generate what you need. So if Cedric could show you, I bought to life the poster. You have the version of that, Cedric?
The poster, I got Easy Walk loaded up if you want me to show that one.
Either one, however, whichever one you feel like you want to show.
I think the
Okay.
easy walk. You can do both, but yeah.
All right. And this is her AI artist, right? So people are making money like this, but let me hit play, hopefully.
And you see, he's out on YouTube. He's on all the platforms right now.
Oh, yeah, and tell them who is this an image of?
So technically, this is by a younger version of my husband, and I think I created a monster because he really believed. Well, he is Easy Walk actually. So the
Yeah,
artist
you
name is
created a
Easy Walk,
monster.
Yes.
and I
So
actually did the whole video myself.
whole video, the words and what she showed she I had the pleasure of seeing the actual video with the AI actually singing because this one he's walking. She's got one where she's already set it up to sing and he was doing all of that and singing everything's matched up. And what I would love for you all is to definitely reach out and learn and maybe it's something that that they can help you with. What is a good contact number that they can how they can reach you?
So our off Tasha, you can put it in the chat is 630.
Hold on. I was about to also say something before he jumped in. Okay, you said 620.
No, 630
Um, mhm,
631
mhm.
1778.
Okay. And then I'll put my number just in case they don't be it. So, as she say, my mom is old school too. So this is where I come in. So, my mom has introduced me to AI. Um, and I was like everybody else, and she'll tell you, like, I didn't know because of course, I work at State Farms. I'm in the insurance. I just work the backside of it. Um, AI also has been taking over, so we see it. So like I told my mom, and I was fascinated of the stuff that my mom was doing. I actually kind of got into school, but I would put it on the back pedal until I don't know. I think we were doing something and it sparked my interest. And then from there, I've been going like the chat I'm gonna mess it up again. Chat GPT was a awakening for me as well because when she did the journal it also helped me cope with a lot of stuff as well, and then it helped me ask the questions. So like for me, I'm her social media director even though I'm currently trying to do school and stuff. So I asked it to tell me what the social media part was, and it helped me engage and stuff. So now, like, I basically shoot ideas off my mom now. So like, I'll be like, Mom, we should do this. Like, we even when she said the picture she did, I was like, Mom, why don't you create a video? So it's stuff like that that we give. So I'm gonna just put it like this. AI is just an evolving form. It's still the person behind it. Like when she made my dad, the image of my dad, it's still my dad. It still speaks the volumes of his life, and it pays homage to his background, his heritage, because he's Puerto Rican. So it was able for her to just express what we don't. Most people be like, oh, this is just AI. They really ain't putting too much. No, it's actually a person. It's actually a song. She actually does have, she don't promote herself, but she also had made an album and incorporate her story. So I tell people with that, like AI is changing. Um, I'm learning stuff on the back end thanks to her. I'm even wanting to dabble with commercials as well because that's what I'm really, really trying to go hone on because I feel like that's a way of marketing. Because I am like y'all, I feel like when you market yourself, you bring business to yourself. So I feel, and I keep it professional. I'm very professional, and my mom will tell you any platform I go to, I speak volumes. Like I've been on my mom for the longest about this, and I'm kind of. It's sad that she has to go this way because she wanted to get everything straight. But I'm happy because it's joyous to see the person she has become, not just from her little sweatshop, but just involving in everything she does. So to take away from this, like, if you are worried, just see what we can help you with and produce for you and look at it and then take it and see what you want to like see how you can market it because then I promise you once you market it and you see the platform that you're getting, like you said, most people are on Facebook, some people on IG, and some people are on TikTok. I am on all three platforms. So I run almost all three of them because I also have a gamer page and I did an actual video for my gamer page. So it's so many avenues that you can run with it. So that's what I want everybody to take away from it. Just trust in the process and always think that we are here to make sure whatever you want or questions you need to ask, we can help you. We're not here to just be like, oh, da 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 and try to do that. No, we here to help. We don't do all that. But is there anything else on this one?
So another thing we can actually, so I know Cedric touched on Canva. Canva has evolved severely. Like now you can actually treat Canva to make videos and it will actually do some of the editing. I play with it a little bit. When you're trying to do words, sometime you can do it in CapCut. Canva allows you to do your videos as well. So it kind of wherever your budget falls, because like I said, um, a lot of these subscriptions can get kind of pricey. You just really have to look at where you're going to go in there for the niche. And like we've taken a couple courses where we can actually build apps. There are no coding apps, and you can do that as well in Canva, where you go in there and you build your app. So you could even with your businesses, you can go in there, build or we can assist you in building an app. And these things like, I mean, these can be seen on the phones everywhere. So there's money there. Another thing is affiliate links. Affiliate links, like a lot of the schools that I'm in, me and my daughter actually went through one of the school platforms to become an AI consultant certified. And the people we went through, they are accredited that they can do the certifications. So we went through the training. It was a 6-day training, and then you take a small quiz at the end, and then you receive your diploma. So again, there's so much out here that we're constantly learning every day what can be done. And like I said, if anybody is interested, we have affiliate link. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but if you want to go into some of these platforms, we have affiliate links with those. A lot of people we saw that are making a lot of money off of affiliate links because they're actually going out here. They bring in the followers and stuff. And like I said, one of the coaches I have right now, she has I think what is it, maybe 1 million or more followers right now. So she's actually getting paid through YouTube because again, she ended up getting so many views, so many followers. So again, there's money to be made out here if you decide to go past the insurance portion, but definitely because we're in it, we're available. Like I said, the aligned AI consulting is just one of the brands that we do. Like I said, we do it. We have VP Creative Studios, we have VP Creative corner, we have obviously the aligned AI. We actually, it came up initially, Cedric, to be legacy. And because we did, we and I accidentally put that up earlier, we weren't going to conflict with you, so we were like, okay, we got to find another word. So to honor you, because I don't never want to take away from what somebody else has. So, but that's kind of what my daughter's putting in the chat. Those are all the things that can be done. We just alone, she did a lot of that in um mostly, what was it? Galaxy AI.
Some of it, the Kasha one is the one with the vampire. That's Chat GPT. The other one was from Galaxy, and the headshot was from Galaxy. So it literally like made my headshot. Like I took a, if you see the before picture and that picture, you would that picture. I had a picture of me in a car, and it took it and made a headshot. So it's so many things you can do. And then like I told my mom because I actually like Galaxy, not putting the damp on all the thing. It just gives me more avenues because there's so much more you can do in it. But it's like a stuff, mama, the website. I need the website. So that's why I tell people, it's so many avenues that you can do with it. And we gonna ask Quince questions. 'Cause I know two people got to ask questions, so I'm gonna let her answer it because I'm just the social media. But she's putting the
Okay,
website
so
in there.
um, first question is from Lucretia. Lucretia had her hand, and then we'll go to Leonard and go from there.
Yes, Miss Lucretia.
Okay, hi, Miss Viola. Well, first of all, you all, thanks for your presentation. And I have many questions I can ask because you all are all over the place. So much so that I'm like, you got so many pots on the fire. How can you be profitable in all the things that you're doing? That's a whole other call. But my
Right.
primary question is, I'm older like you, just made 58 in January, and I have been really fighting against AI. I mean, I understand it. I know it's going that way. I know a little bit about it, but I don't know if you all have been reading all of the new privacy, like even with your Apple when they updated the phones, like basically you have no privacy, and they can sell your stuff, and they're not liable for anything. Everything that's coming out now, even like the new TikTok that's been bought by the United States, like you're signing away your rights. They can use your image, they can use your and take it and do whatever they want, and you have no rights. And so that, and me, I'm a retired government employee. I've been hacked by the government. Being an employee, OPM has been hacked twice. So my stuff I know is out on the black market. I get stuff all the time of people telling me to click on this or do whatever. So I have to be really careful about stuff because my emails and my phone, everything is out there. How do you get over that whole fear of utilizing AI to do what you need to do and not have, and with the fear of you're giving it too much. You're giving Chat GPT too much information. You're putting too much out there where you're opening yourself up for other people using your information, basically.
Well, first and foremost, let me recognize that you're a very beautiful woman based on your picture. So, and I know behind that is, I always recognize all the people because I believe everybody on this call is either a handsome man or a beautiful woman. So I'm gonna applaud y'all for that.
Thank you.
I'm 60. So for me, it's like I looked at it, we are in our household, and Cedric has been to our house. We are smart family. I mean, home. Everything was Alexa. Everything was the thermostat run by Alexa and
She cut off
everything. So what we
there.
looked at and how I had to look at it was, in a way, giving away this information anyway. When we use Google, when we did other things. So for me, I got more comfortable to say, okay, technically Alexa's probably, or Siri or one of those are probably listening to me right now as we're talking. So I had to kind of get over that fear to say, like, I've actually had somebody a couple of years ago during the pandemic. I work here and I work for the government too. So like I actually work for one of the reserve units and our contract is being terminated. So that's why for me, I haven't made a lot of profit on my own personal business because I have done my 9 to 5. I've dedicated all my adult life to the military in some form or way. So this is me now that I've got more than enough to branch out, and I foresee that income. You know, I have faith in God above that income. And Mr. Cedric had to shake me a little bit the other day to kind of get me to see like there's stuff out there, even down to funeral homes. So back to your question is I just like even with Suno, all these people are now intimidated with AI. The reason they're changing a lot of these rights is because AI has become so much in the forefront that they're scared that AI, in a sense, will take over. But what I try to explain to people is how you use it. It's what you use it for. You decide how much you want to give it. So I always say, like I had heard a horror story from somebody that said, well, there was a child that I don't know the proper term Tasha would say, that's anyway,
Unalive.
unalive. And I think to me, that's more parental control. That should have been more like even when I gave my daughter the GPT, I said to her, you are not replacing this with a person. This is to assist you. This is a tool. So what we have to always look at is the things that we're using are simply tools. You feed it what you want it to have. If you feel uncomfortable, then you pull back from it. But just like when we started with the artists, I ran into somebody that was a musician, and he said basically, "Oh, y'all are pushing us out of here and stuff." I said, "We're not pushing you out. Times are evolving. So just like for those that like you're my term when we had black and white TVs, when we had the 8 track, when we had, we went from all these different things. That's kind of what we're doing with the AI. Eventually, all these regular artists will eventually disappear. Now, I don't agree necessarily with the one artist that did get paid because I felt like she could have been more transparent with how she does things. Like we're very like even with our artists, I built a persona for the artist that we created. I did a backstory to say he had a single mom. I made him realistic, but somebody people could relate to for his music, but in the same portion I said that it was created by myself based on some of the like, and then it was also based on my husband. So it had input from both of us. So I stayed transparent. I hope I didn't go too much.
Well, I mean, I can go to Miss Dunn to answer your question too. I told my mom and like I said and I speak on it. I was because again we live in a platform where everything is taken over. I had to understand and like she said, I utilize it for school. And again, it's helped me proofread because sometimes not everybody can do it. That's how I started getting comfortable with it. Like, and it does take time. And we're not saying that everything could be, oh God, on AI, but it's the trusting factor. You have to trust to what you want it to do. And a lot of people, some people, like even my mom will tell you, she self taught herself. A lot of people didn't help her. My mom's a very person like so she had to learn a lot of this on her own. So I would just say, like, if you don't feel comfortable, just call us and we'll answer. Like, we'll talk you through it. Because I am at age. I'm about to be 40. So I'm still in the younger age and I still see the change. Like I was when all the internet stuff was coming to now phones. Now we use phones now. So it's just I would say it's just how you feel and how you want to use it, but you also protect yourself. I also told my mom too to trademark herself because that would be another reason. to protect yourself because you don't want nobody taking your ideas or anything you put out. So it's a lot of stuff that you can look into to help protect yourself. Am I missing anything, Mom?
Okay, that helps. Although I can't go see your virtual artist in concert. So I
Well,
wonder
now I will take that back because now in the platforms they have had a virtual artist uh that has done a concert. Yes, personally you won't be able to go see him. That's the only difference.
I
But
love concerts.
well, I can bring the husband and make him go into the song. So and he thinks he is that. So
That would be
that
nice.
we could arrange that for you. But hopefully I didn't go
But
I
no,
didn't
that
want.
help that helps. I'll just play around with it for a little bit and see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you need any, I mean, if you have any questions, because like I said, I've been on multiple platforms. Like I say, we're creating the cinematic things, we're doing the commercials. Um, like the one platform I'm on, we're animating the logos. So we take the picture of we have created our own logos, then we animate them, we bring them to life. So like actually when I was my daughter and we were going to see Cedric when they had the Women's Expo. I did his I just took one of the pamphlets that he had, put some stuff in ChatGPT, and I made him a quick commercial. I think I did it in the car along with
You did.
Cat.
You
Literally
didn't.
in 15 minutes, I put him together a quick uh commercial. Then I was actually uh what is it, Mr. Leonard, like him and Cedric were both there. And so I did stickers because we can actually do stickers if you need stickers. And we got tumblers. So we actually did stickers for them while they were there. So it's like I said, for us, essentially, we're a one-stop shop for you if you ever need anything merchandise wise. That's the type of stuff that we do. However, like I said, if anytime you run into any questions that you want to ask about AI, please don't hesitate to call. If I don't initially answer, I will just leave me a voicemail and I will return your call.
Okay, thank you. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Mhm.
Bernard, you had a question?
Nope, it was answered. Good to see you, ladies. Hey.
No
Yeah,
You.
more no more pecans for you no more. Um, so
yeah.
to also answer to piggyback off of what you said, yes, I am on my mother. I have been on her since we went to the Women Expo because I've been on her about talking to said about the investment fest because I believe like my mom, she was just working and she kept pushing it off. She kept pushing it off. And she kept saying, oh, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And then we went to Women Expo and her and my dad networked like that. But they didn't have anything or products. They just was networking off of gift like what she did the commercial and stuff. So now it's more of okay, we gonna get there because I'm gonna make sure you get there. So I'm a stickler. That's why I come in behind her and to make sure. And I also put in breaks for her because she will overwork herself. And I love her to death, but she is just that person. So she do have a one stop shop. So it's not like she just be saying she just prepared herself for this moment. And now she's in this moment, we getting her to where she need to be.
Yes, yes, indeed.
And then
I,
quick Cedric, I'm
oh,
sorry.
go ahead.
One of the things like Cedric brought up to me, like he was bringing a bunch of ideas because I was going through one of them days, and like he brought up funeral homes because I know he deals a lot with funeral homes, and I didn't realize not to take business from myself. However, um, when I went into ChatGPT, there, believe it or not, there's a big market out there. I mean, I respect those that have passed on, but there are a market because they need people to write obituaries. They need people that are actually will actually do the program. People are wanting more memorial type video because like I have seen a lot of funeral homes like during the pandemic, they actually recorded the funeral But to actually have something like a memorial where they give you those what they want to bring to life of they give you the pictures, you can bring that to life in those, like how I did that short animated thing with the Super Bowl. You can bring a person's life to as a sentiment to the family to say, and that's something that they can have as a keepsake. Another thing, I didn't realize because I had bought so many programs and I have enrolled in all these schools that I don't know if some of y'all have seen, like where people have actually got pictures, you know how people wrap cars. There is a thing where you can actually, there's a business that I'm affiliated with that you can actually do wraps for the caskets where you're actually the wraps are designed, bring them in, and then you can actually do those for the family. On the inside of the casket, there's where people have I learned how to build the memorial for that as well, to put a memorial board in there with the person's picture and all that. So you don't kind of think that a funeral home may be a place that you could do business, but actually it is, besides the insurance.
Besides the insurance. Sandra asked in the chat about well, she asked, and everybody please write their number down so you can get with them about consulting on whatever the case may be. Like I said, I've been to the house, and I would say this personally. There's some things that you're not going to find online that they can pull off and get done for you, right? Whether it's videos, whether it's something, a shirt. Some of you need shirts for your business. Sandra, I know we talked about shirts. That may be something, you can look into that. But if there's something for your business and you just want to just ask a question, just don't be afraid. I want you to call. I want you to call Viola and bug her only because that was our conversation, just like what conversation with many of you is you all, everyone here has talent and people see it. So let's work together. And now you have two individuals that's here that can help bring out the your vision. And that's how Legacy Smart grew with the elephant. A young lady, I never seen her after she worked at FedEx. The same vision, she brought that out. So I think this you can try to figure it out on your own. The website, the platform, everything that y'all are working through the 2026 Legacy Smart Group, that was Chat GPT for 30 days. And y'all didn't hear from me. I was knee deep in it, right? And she said, don't get lost in it because you will. So with that, please come off mute and let's give them applause because this is a big thing for Miss Viola to come out and do this for us. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ladies.
Wonderful presentation. Very
Way to
interesting.
go,
Thank you
Miss
so
Viola.
much.